my journey here has been weird because my special came out in the pandemic. It came out December 2020 and I moved here February 2020. So imagine like you've moved to a brand new country, you don't know anyone, then it goes into lockdown, you're in your house for 8 months. In those 8 months, your special drops to the world. So like,
which is good because everybody in the house.
But everyone's in the house.
Yeah.
But people saw it, but people in America, like my peers, comedians, they don't know who I am, and I don't know who they are. Yeah. And then I couldn't gig, so it's not even like my special's out and you're seeing me anywhere. And so I remember I went to the Laugh Factory to try and get on. My billboard was on the side of
that
it.
Part.
They wouldn't let me in.
Get the fuck
they
out
didn't
of here.
know who I was, and I had to be like, "That's me."
You should have called
like,
Gary.
This
I
is
would have got you in.
I should have called Gary, but this is so I had this
I would
weird
have
thing.
bumped you that day too.
I had this weird thing in my spirit, like, okay, when I do stand up, I need the validation of these comedians because I've been co-signed by like Dave Chappelle and Kev Hart, but my peers don't know who I am. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go and be a killer and I'm going to get the respect of my peers. So I've been gigging. I'm very funny. That's how I met Justin. I met him at the Laugh Factory.
Justin bragged on you.
And Justin was amazing. He was so sweet to me.
He let you be
Nice
10
guy,
minutes,
though.
15 minutes, 20 minutes
really
late
did.
and everything.
He really did, but it's okay.
I was like, who the fuck is she?
I mean,
Coming
he's
late.
so
We
lovely.
sit here for
But
20 minutes
We're just talking about
chit-chatting.
positivity.
Hot
We're
ass
talking about
ass.
Where's she
Hot ass.
coming from? London?
Here's the thing, we're gonna keep it positive.
The fuck's
We're gonna keep
going
it
on?
positive.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it positive. So I did a gig at the Laugh Factory. It was my first ever black gig because I've been doing a lot of gigs in LA, but I hadn't
know
done
if I
any
like
of
how
the
she said
black gigs.
Yeah.
And I did a thing called Chocolate Sundays.
Oh,
and
you did that show?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And I went into the room.
You did first impressions?
And there was, I don't know what that is, but I was booked and paid. So I went in the room and
It's only $15. But go ahead.
I went in the room and I saw all these comics, black male comics and stuff. And I remember being like, okay, I want to, prove to them that I'm good.
I'm gonna let
and
these
the
bitches
way
know. Yeah.
they spoke to me was just like, I'm nothing. And they gave me.
You want to give any names?
I'm not going to give any names,
No,
but they
okay.
were so disrespectful to me. And I remember just thinking, why am I trying to prove myself to
these niggas
people?
who don't have a
Can I
Right.
jump in here?
They picture ain't on the wall.
Yeah,
And then
here's
I went-
the thing. Earlier when you were, I'm sorry to interrupt. You had said
don't think you
you
were.
need the validation. I think where we get confused sometimes is confusing validation with support and respect, confirmation that I am here and all of that. I don't need your validation. I validate me. God validates
Right.
me. You respect me or you don't. You support
You know what I
me or
just
you
figured
don't.
out though?
Right.
But either way, I'm gonna get to where I'm going.
Exactly. And
You know what I just figured out? London, you know what I just figured
what
out?
did you just figure
Probably
out?
something that I said, and then you're gonna remix it. Go ahead.
No. What I just figured out that London is going through the same kind of shit I did when I first came out
This
here.
is what I'm saying. I was trying to relate to you, Gary.
Where I was like, you motherfuckers don't know my picture on the fucking wall.
Which, like I said earlier, it is absurd that we hate on each
Right.
other
Yeah.
when we all go through the same
But this
thing.
is the thing.
Yeah.
Help each other.
When I realized that I didn't need, so these guys that I was talking to, they were shocked that Kevin Hart produced my special, and in front of my face, they were like, why would Kevin Hart produce your special?
That's crazy.
And then they brought another guy over to talk about it in front of me.
You lying.
And they were having a
Who was
conversation
these
about
guys?
why.
Who the hell did that?
I will tell you off air.
Okay.
And then I remember just
Was
standing
any of
there
them
being
niggas
like,
funny?
and they were, no. And I remember
because
them.
you're projecting your
They were
own
like,
insecurities when you do
right.
stuff like
And they
that.
were like,
I can't
it's
imagine
because-
that they are.
They were like, it's because you're British and da-di-da. And I said, no, it's because I'm talented. And they were
Motherfucker.
like, oh,
You gotta
we're
put
not saying
motherfucker
you're not
on the end of
talented.
that.
We're just saying why he would do that. And I was like, if I was a man, you wouldn't be having this conversation in front of me. And I feel disrespected.
true.
But it's okay because I'm going to go on stage and kill it. So I just let them. I took the L.
let you-
They disrespected me and I let them. I went on stage, killed it to
Of course you
pieces.
did.
Came off stage, crickets, silent.
Of course.
Say
That's how
nothing
you shut
to
them
me.
up.
And then I was like, why did I care about
What
these
did Lonnie?
guys?
What did Lonnie say to you after you got off stage?
Killed it. She gave me a big hug,
'Cause
text me, call me.
She loved Kevin and them really tight.
Yeah, Lonnie's great. I had a great time, but I just thought that I'd have more support from the dudes there, which is why I brought up that question to you. And then I spoke to my friends about it, and they were like, they're just jealous.
That's all.
But in my head, I'm like,
That's
and
all-
those are
but-
Yeah, look, God
they're
will
not
show
guys-
you who your people
Exactly.
are.
Right.
Like who likes you.
Yeah.
Support who
And I
supports
don't
you.
care.
But
and
see,
just
that-
everything else is background noise.
That was my biggest issue in LA because I was the guy that was always booking
Yeah.
in LA early. Like I came out here, got a pilot
All pilots.
2 months, 3 months out here. So
all unaired pilots.
No, this nigga,
No.
this nigga was getting pilots, and I was like, damn, you working again? And then I saw the nigga in that one movie. The nigga was in the movie
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. I'm like, this nigga is really working. So Justin would come up there, and nobody. He never put that energy
Flex.
on people.
You didn't
He
flex?
never flexed.
Yeah.
He never
Nah.
flexed.
You ain't do a Young G
No,
thing?
but let me tell you when
Damn.
people. Let me tell you how people
I mean,
got
put it
jealous
out
though,
there.
because I dealt with the same thing
That I'm dealing with.
that you're dealing with, and people would get jealous because I wouldn't flex publicly.
No, he
I would
did.
talk about my Hollywood stories in my stand up,
Right.
and then they would get mad about that.
Right.
Well, all he talk about
Why?
is just.
It's your life.
Again, it's my life, insecurity.
Yeah.
But for them, they're saying, well, all he do is talk about him,
But
his
it's
Hollywood
real-
stuff.
it's real talk.
I'm like, well, Jamie
Worry
Foxx.
about what you're talking
Exactly.
about.
But I'm like,
just
Jamie-
because you're talking about Ralph's
At
and
the end
Trader
of the day,
Joe's,
bottom line message, keep your eyes on your own paper.
Facts.
Your
Don't chase the
pen paper
competition.
and your money paper.
don't chase the competition, chase the dream.
But this is what I'm gonna get to too. It all stems from, like we said, insecurity and jealousy. What these comedians, and that's something that I had to realize. That's why I had unfollowed
But
everybody
you
at one
think
point.
you're the problem, right? You're like, what did I do? Because that's what I was like, why are they mean to
and if
me?
you
Wait a
hating
minute,
on-
what did
and
I
if you
do?
following And if me, you
I'm
I
about
think
to.
you
I'm about
following
to. I had to
And
make
if
sure you
you
showed up
hating
before I
on-
started
and
following
if
you.
you hating on Justin, it's something wrong with you. Because this
you
the
don't follow me
nicest
by the
I
end of
know.
this, I'ma block you.
on the planet. And I ain't just saying that because
Say it again, G. Say it to the
You
mic
just
so they
said
hear
you're
you.
really nice.
I'm gonna be honest with you. And if anybody's hating on Justin Hires, they got to be. They hate themselves.
But this is how
because
I-
it's the nicest motherfucker.
No,
Every
but
time
you
he come
say that,
in-
yeah?
Well, he
Gary,
ain't following me on
Gary,
Instagram, so he
I'm
ain't shit.
really nice, and people hate on me. It doesn't matter if you're nice.
You
People
know
will
what?
still hate.
And the
They hate
difference is-
success. They hate
Yeah.
success.
And the difference is your spirit don't really care if they hating anyway. Because the way I pick up on your spirit,
Talk to me about my spirit.
you don't
God
give a fuck.
like shine, honey.
You
When
don't.
God
You
like
don't.
shine, you get more
Anybody
hate.
is got the exude the confidence that you exude. It's a beautiful situation.
Thank you,
You
Gary.
don't give a fuck, and you heard
Gary.
it. You heard it from me because Justin
I
told
ain't
me
gotta
you was
shoot
funny. He don't put a title on a nigga that ain't funny. I know her funny because I've
Yeah.
been knowing her for years.
Yeah.
But if he put,
Thank you, G.
I asked, I
Gary.
said, is she funny? He said, oh, nigga. If a nigga hit you with all nigga,
Thanks,
a
Justin.
nigga
You're
with-
welcome.
Yeah,
Appreciate
nigga.
you.
So I knew to just give you a rough time like that.
Okay.
And you want to know why I don't shit on people, and you probably don't either.
No, I don't.
When you have
just did
when
me
you
like
have
that.
immense.
I mean, she really dug in
But
Gary's
here-
ass.
I-
Yeah,
hear-
yeah.
hear what
What
I-
podcast you watching? You hear the shit she just said?
but she was firing back. She
Yeah,
was
I was
firing back.
firing
She was
back.
firing back.
I say,
Yeah, you
fuck
hit me
London's
first.
feelings.
You hit me first. You hit
When
me
you
first.
have immense security in your talent,
Here you go.
You could a response could just be being quiet. A response could be, helping someone with patience that is lashing out at you.
Yeah.
And it takes a very evolved person. I'm proud of you, Gary. I really
this
am.
is the thing.
I appreciate
It takes
it.
a
Gary
very
learned that
mature,
lesson.
evolved person
Gary learned
to
that
do
lesson
and
through
say what you're
humbling.
saying.
He
Why
learned
did-
that lesson through being humble.
Because that's
so
what God
some
do.
people just
Yeah.
need to be the people that we all know,
Rock
the
bottom.
comics that are,
that's the cloth I come from, where it's like I know how talented I am,
so I can show
so,
love.
so I can show love and I can share my platform and all that. I want people to see y'all because
Yeah.
people need to know about how great
and
y'all are.
I reached out to Justin to be on this podcast. I asked him if I could be on the podcast.
That's big.
All right,
'Cause
there
I'm
You
you
know,
go.
like-
the dude that showed
I wanna
me so
support.
much love in this industry is Mike Epps. I learned so much from Mike and just how to do the business and how to carry myself once I get on stage and then off stage. He's one of those giving cats that let me go up on stage with him when other niggas were scared. You know what I mean? Like, if he not afraid, like, go ahead, G, do you. You know what I mean? That's niggas
But
like
then
that I
this
got
is the
respect
thing.
for.
When you see people like that, you go, yes, I'm going to hold on to that. That's who I should be like. And we all say that. But then there's so many people that are terrible, that are just like gatekeeping and all that. And I'm like, there's no need for it. Because
You know when I found out
we can
that-
all win.
Here the difference is once you start to get, older in this game, I found out that life is too short to be angry.
Yeah.
So with that
Meditate,
spirit,
levitate, be great.
with that spirit, cause
got
niggas is
t-shirts
dropping off of
coming.
here like it ain't shit. I just feel why be so angry? God don't like that. So I always say I'm just gonna have fun. Let me just
But
be
you
G-
know what? Be the change in the world that you want to see.
Come on now.
Exactly.
And you have
But
changed.
Gary,
Yeah.
that's
now
what I'm
you
saying.
can't
You
expect
have
everybody
changed.
else to be as evolved.
Well, you say that.
You can't expect everyone to be as evolved as you are. So
Right.
I'm learning where I'm at in my evolution as a woman to have more patience
There you
with
go.
other people and not like you can either react or respond.
Yeah.
But if you react to something, you're reacting with your emotions.
Roll me down, I get it. Hate that I keep winning. Stab my back, it's tempting.